Well, this is my last resort. Everyone else is either fucking asleep or just doesn't want to help. No, I can't. Also, this might be a bad time. I know you guys don't like these serious conversations, but I'm like, I can't fucking take it anymore. If this stream fails, I'm over it. For fuck's sake. Okay, fine. There's a reason I started the stream anyways. Go on Discord. I'm like, man, I had a really stressful day and shit. Might as well go talk to some people about it. I go on my own server. I'm just saying, I'm like, it's, I don't know, it's 11 p.m. I should go to sleep, but I'm in fucking pain. And everybody's like, oh. And then they just move on to whatever just like some other goddamn meme. They don't even take it seriously. And I don't blame them. Anyways. So I'm like, you know what, fine. If my server's not gonna be helpful, then I'm going to another one. I go to another one and I'm like, I say the same thing. They're like, you want to talk about it? And I was hesitant at first. I was like, not a lot of people are able to help me out in these things. But then after a little bit, they're like, yeah, sure, we can talk about it inside the server. Then afterwards, I began to be like really, whatchamacallit, sorry. Like steam was coming out of my ears because I was just so infuriated talking about everything that happened, and because of that, I kind of almost went off at all of them, and you know, I just seemed like an asshole and shit. So because of that, some asshole named Joey, he's like, oh, he thinks the best thing to do is to just stop it. So he's just trying to like tell everybody to stop. And I'm like, you know what? If we're at this point, obviously it can't continue, because then that guy's just gonna keep asking us to stop, and you know, he thinks it's not the right place. I don't know how to explain. I know I'm going too fast, but there's like so many thoughts that are going into my head and back out. It's not easy to catch up. For fuck's sake. And then I was also telling them how when I do start talking about something, they always get distracted. And I'm not gonna lie, that already happened thousands of times. So somebody joins the server, they're like, oh, they just immediately change the topic as if nothing happened. So yeah, that was a last resort. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm going to my log. I'm gonna talk. And so, you know, I'm just like writing in there for like 10 minutes, just writing, and I just tended to get more pissed off, and I had to speak about more things. And I'm like, you know what, this isn't helping. Fuck this, I'm doing my last resort. I'm just gonna stream, and here I am. It's not easy. It's not easy being an attention whore. Attention. I am way too much of one. I'm gonna be honest with you. and that's probably why I started going off with them, because I wasn't the center of attention anymore. It's already happened a few times. I've just become so codependent on the internet. But that's the but that's only because I'm not able to speak with many in real life. Either they're busy or it's too late, or I don't know. I just make up some lazy ass fucking excuse so they can't talk to me. Or maybe I do the same back to them. Because I know they're. Of course, they can't help me. They don't know shit about me. There's only like two people in this. In real life who actually know that I'm. I prefer not to say, but. Yeah, if you're thinking about the word that starts with D, then yeah, you're right. Don't even question it. But yeah. Only two people in this world compared to the internet, which maybe, I don't know, 300 people actually know. Wonderful, right? Having more people who are scattered around the world knowing about what's going on with you compared to, I don't know. Only one person. No, two people. One of them is my mother, the other one is a friend. That friend can't even help me out. Like, not to say I'm mad, and not to say that I'm like, I understand if he can't really help out. We're good friends and stuff, and I don't get mad. But still, when I tell my mother, well, she probably forgets. Well, she doesn't think about it much, but it's still going on in my life. She doesn't ask me if I'm okay, and well, she asks me how things are, but she doesn't really ask if I'm okay because, well, I'm not really. I pretty much have a mask on my face every day where I'm like, I don't want really, I don't, I'm one of those people who just feel uncomfortable with talking about my issues, but I just can't hide them forever. And I know all this seems cliche, but you get the point. It's not your fault. I really, really, really do not like making streams like this. I really don't. Because I know nobody really wants to be impacted by negativity, and please don't lie. I know you don't want to be impacted by negativity. But when I have to, I have to. There are a few people who actually read my log, but not a lot of them bother to actually talk to me. But that's probably because there's three reasons. Either A, they don't know what to say, B, they're asleep, or C, they just don't give a fuck. Although C usually doesn't happen. It is unhealthy to keep it in. Hey, listen, if I did this every week, this would be the amount of people who would watch, compared to maybe like 10 people if I put on fucking Cards Against Humanity. It's how the world works. Like, I would be more than welcome to. But like, talk show full of what is going on with everything. That's what the last guy said. I had a friend who said the same thing. They just want to help out. Then yesterday I had a conversation with them because they think I'm not appreciating their help. And I expected this to happen at least once. Then they're like, I tell them I do value them, and they don't believe me. So they're like, you know what, it was a mistake to be your friend. Then they just fucking blow me off and, you know, walk away. Sort of. Figuratively speaking. And sorry, we've been friends for 3 years. So come on. Obviously, like they're funny and stuff. They're a good friend. But then that happens. Right? And it's only because I'm not talking to them. Good night. Exactly. The time when I have the least amount of resources is the time I get fucked up for life. When the time is right, it hits you. For fuck's sake. It's a fucking talk stream this time. Sorry. I don't like talking like this, but I'm just sick of like talking to nobody and then just ending the day off as if nothing happened. I wouldn't be able to sleep. That's what the title of this video is, and it's okay, I understand you just came here. Here's the ironic thing. If you're a part of a community, if the community is growing strong and everybody likes each other, then if you have an issue, they'd be willing to help. But in my server, it kind of feels like the opposite. It feels like I've been making problems for myself. For something I've formed. Everybody just wants to see what they want. They don't usually participate in everything. The people here are the only ones who actually do. But look at the number. I mean, hey, I won't lie, it's better than one, but in a community that's full of 100 people, maybe even 1,000, considering that it's my YouTube, yeah, I get it. I get that everybody's busy, and I get that everybody else has like their own shit, or they have some other role model guiding them, or I don't know how to explain. They just have at least some other person who is more important. Not to say that I have a problem with that, like I totally understand, but it just feels like I'm nothing. Once again, yes, I know, it's cliche. But it's just how it feels. If I didn't say that, then I would be lying. But I have to be honest. This is what's been going on my server. Whenever I do say I have a problem, sometimes I get lucky and they hug me. But it's only virtual. Other times, they just get distracted on their own thing. They just do what they want. They don't even like. I do say that I have an issue, and then they completely ignore it, and they just move on to their next. I don't know, fucking Doom game, or I don't know, just at least something completely different. It's, that doesn't have a lot of value. It seems more important right now. Like, I get it if sometimes that happens, but this is every time. And then when fuck. Hey. What was I gonna say? And then when phone is getting warm, some features limited while phone cools down. Oh yeah, it is. It is pretty hot. Oh my god. I hope it's not going to kill the chat. But you understand. When I do tell them that they're ignoring, they're like, I'm sorry, it's just because I can't help. I'm so I don't know, then they beat themselves up about it and then it's my fault. So I have to stay silent. Phone is playing games with me again. How nice. Hey, look, about you saying you're here. That's what tens of thousands of people also say. Sometimes it can also be my fault because, sorry that I'm whispering, I just think my mother's awake or something. Sometimes it can be my fault because there are people who do help me out. But then I forget about them. That can also make them feel bad. I only go to the places like I think are best. Like I go in the middle of nowhere. And I believe that that's better than just talking to somebody who knows me much better. And I know you guys are here and stuff. But still this is a okay. Almost became an asshole. Please, I am begging you, do not mention therapists. Do not mention counselors. I have went to multiple therapists, to multiple counselors all around my city, maybe even more. They only made me worse. Even my parents agreed. So no. No therapists. End of discussion. I'm sorry for being so strict. But just when I hear about it, I'm fucking done. Don't be sorry. I'm not mad at you. I'm more mad at, like, just the idea. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. What hurts me the most is now that everybody thinks that I'm always a mad person, that I'm always upset. Because of that, they don't even want to talk to me. I pretty much already held it in for too long. Why does my sadness have to shape how others think of me? They don't realize how much it hurts. People today are so blind. I could say that I'm the same, but at least I think twice. At least I know something is going on with her day. But to others, I don't even know if I'm hanging out with the right type of people. I don't know how to explain. It really is childish. But if there's somebody who calls me a friend and somebody who says they're trying to help me and they can't, then whose fault is that? My fault for not accepting it, or their fault for just not being good enough? I love you guys too, but listen, I've planned to do this a bunch of other days too. It was already so late and I didn't even think anybody would join, so I was like, you know what, I just have to go back to sleep. But today I'm just like, fuck it, I can't. I gotta start one of these. Phone is getting warm again. It's because I keep putting this on whatchamacallit, keeping it under a blanket. Again, this is a last resort. I still usually don't get time to talk about shit like this because it's always when I have... Seriously. What they're saying does not work for me, and I tell them what does work, and sometimes it feels like I don't know, they have to like obey me or at least do some sort of certain thing to help me out. What's for me to say for them to have like the certain sort of strategy instead of them making up their own idea as to how to help me? It's strange. The people who okay, so this is the thing that hurts the most. The people who ignore me, or at least they say they can't help, when they do speak to others, like if somebody else is having a shitty day or something, they seem to be able to help far better. And with that type of advice they're giving out, phone is doing the thing again. As I was saying, like, it's only because they care. Only because they care that they're able to speak. They're able to say better things. And if they don't understand, well, I don't understand. I don't see how they don't understand, because they spoke to me. They spoke to me far more than they did with others, and with those others, they're able to help more. Like, it makes no sense. Yep, always happens at midnight. Stream is still doing the thing. can't really tell what camera you guys are looking through. Yeah, I know there's stream lag. It's because my phone is overheating and it's just not being good. I don't know how to explain. Fuck. Dude, it's past midnight. Phone is getting warm. Again. Most people don't realize. I don't know how many times I have to say this. Most people don't realize that every day, well, I've wanted to make these kind of streams. So I would talk. But, well, barely anybody would watch compared to the morning. Because, well, stream times, and I really have no other choice. I'm really tired of repeating things. I thought people would understand if I said it first time. Mm-hmm. Say that I'm not right. Sort of. I'm gonna check this phone across my room if it closes again. I swear to God. As I was saying, seriously, when I do say I'm like, whatchamacallit? I understand. Oh, we need to cool the phone down somehow. Because for some reason it is really warm. I'm gonna fix that. Hold on. As I was saying, where do I go? Where do I go if I'm upset anymore? I can't trust my own server. I can't trust my own community. I can't trust therapists. I can't really trust people in real life because they don't trust me. I can't trust legit anybody at this time. Then they say we're not alone. Someone should make this thing where people who feel the same way can interact with each other in one single website, like Omegle, but for people who are down, who are feeling down at least. Like a one-to-one conversation, or maybe two, I really don't know. Maybe it wouldn't succeed, but it's just an idea. That's what I was thinking. There would be a lot of bad things about it, but you can't really do anything to stop it. But oh well. I guess it's not for everybody. Phone is getting warm again. That's wonderful. Nobody talks to me on Discord. I have to start the conversation. Do you know how much that hurts? Because then afterwards, everybody's fucking complaining how I won't shut up. The best thing is also the worst thing for me. Nobody would like to. I've tried. I have tried for years already to find new Discord friends. I went to so many servers. I tried blending into the community. I tried doing whatever I could. I tried being the good person. But either I end up leaving myself because I have a problem, or they end up not caring because they have a problem with me. There's always something in between that causes it to go terribly wrong. It's already happened to me. I've even went online. I chose like completely random. I chose from like literally not really the deepest, darkest depths of the internet, but still, at least some places who would be willing to at least listen. But it always goes wrong. A lot of people I have met already forgot about me. Didn't forget about them, though. Whenever I try talking about a problem, I can't because the other person's also negative. When I'm just like going into somebody's conversation, I shout out their name and they're like, Oh, it's too hot in my room. They don't even say hi. They just say, it's too hot. It's what happened today. Like, I would help out. I said I'm sorry and I'm sorry that had to happen to you. They don't even give an it's okay back. They just stop at that. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? There's obviously something wrong. If that's going on. If I think it's not me, it becomes me. If I think it's. Oh, wait. Yeah. If I think it's me, it's not me. It always happens. Issues just swap all around the place. They're just like, oh, I don't know. Let it be this person's problem, let it be my problem. Obviously, I'm the only person here who can actually change anything. And I'm trying, I'm really fucking trying, but when nobody else is trying, man, it's as if I was trying to, I don't know, balance something. Something really, really large. And I was the only one holding it to the side. They kind of are, because they have their own shit to deal with. Sometimes I give it too, but not as much as them. But maybe I'm just speaking as if it was more of their problem than mine. Well, if they were if they were supposed to take the blame more than I was. What do you mean by that? It's because I have no value. And I can prove it. I can prove it. One of the people in my server, they say they want to help out. But then once they see their lover, they just go immediately to them. Not to say that I don't have an issue with that, like, you guys can be together, but it's just blatantly, like, even if I'm having a negative issue, they completely forget about it. And they just go on to someone who they care more about. And then afterwards, they're always like, oh, I care about you, I don't know, like, whatever. What do you mean? Again? Is it like how oh, I kind of get your point. But like they no, they just like either they don't know what to say or they're sleeping Or they just don't want to fucking talk at all. But they don't know what to say because they don't want to fucking talk. That's already happened. They just care about their next Doom game after. I've seen it happen. Fuck. And then afterwards, they're just like, oh, sorry. Literally, the only thing they say is sorry. In lowercase letters, just the word sorry, and they go on with their day. As if it's something that I can just shrug off my shoulders and move on with my day. That's all it is. It's really all it is to them. Sometimes they're okay. Other times, they're just sometimes they're the cause of ruining my entire day. Just because they make me remember that, well, you get the point. Just makes me feel hopeless. I get it. I really shouldn't. But then they're gonna nag me on after. I don't. Camera went, you know, my friends are defending them, saying, oh, like, oh, it's not their fault. Maybe they had something going on with their own lives, or I don't know, it's some sort of mental illness making them do that. They are overtouched. They're as attention whorish as I am. They literally overtake the entire chat thinking they should be the center of attention. That's me. That's my issue too. And I've grown to think that was an okay... Okay, now this stream is just ridiculous. Me off like a dick. I remember being in one server where... Well, at least with one group, where they were really nice, where they were like... Where they cared and shit, where they were actually being nice, and where I felt at home. But then over time, that community's just like split apart and didn't feel whole anymore, and you know, they started to dislike me too, just because I had a mental illness, just because I had a mental illness, I had no means of saying anything to them. Meaning that I can't really say bullshit about them just because I have a mental illness, and because of the mental illness, like, my perspective is changing, and I don't know, if I didn't fucking have a mental illness, then, you know, I wouldn't have such a negative look on them. That's the thing, everybody thinks I'm always negative. It hurts. It hurts when you call someone that. Always negative. Same way as saying, oh, they're doing... I don't know, they're just being a fucking dick all the time. Being angry and being mad is the same way as being a dick. It's fine if you're a lurker. I just don't want 0 people watching at this part, at least. Exactly. They're pretty much stubborn. But because of that group, maybe even a few other groups convinced me. Because of that, I've been convinced that I could also be the center of attention. That kind of attitude can last on, and I even said in the beginning to stop doing that because then I would grow this habit. And then look at me now. I can't fucking sleep. I can't. I might pull an all-nighter just if I have to stay here. I don't know for a fact. I'm just fucking done. I can't even talk to the person I trust the most because they're asleep, and even if I got up, they wouldn't care, and they would be depressed just as much as I am. Thank you. That's why I don't talk to them at all anymore. But I'm just saying that habit has stuck with me for maybe a year or two, and it's gonna keep sticking with me, most likely, if I don't do anything about it. I can't tell if I'm doing anything about it because I say I'm doing something about it, but I haven't really noticed much change. At this point, if I put my phone down, I'd probably be asleep. Well, maybe not if I wasn't so stressed out. Because of that one guy named Josh. Fuck you, Josh. Seriously, fuck you. Yeah, but focusing on it is just weird because you're just... It's as difficult as trying not to think about... No. It's... You don't know them. That Josh is nice. That Josh is fine. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Doing that is as hard as, like, trying your best not to think about something. Like, as if you just said, try not to think about penguins. It just comes back in your head after a few seconds. I've researched, man. I've researched for God knows how long. Sometimes I don't even want to do anything about it. But the only way out is through. I hate it. I don't even want to talk about that now. It hurts. I don't want to talk about that. I don't feel like home anymore. Well, I'm at home. I really don't like talking about what's going on with me, but if I gotta, I gotta. Well, before the stream started, if I didn't start the stream, I'd just be in complete pitch black darkness and stuff. I know, but I already understand that, but I don't want to talk about it. I already understand. I know I gotta do it. I already spoke to the server about this, and then they come back at me saying, like, oh, we just don't know what to say. Stop blaming us. It's not our fault. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know, man. I can't think. I can't think right now. I need a minute. Oh, my server. It's ironic. Hmm. It was long ago. Maybe I did it even a few times. I am. Yeah, I know it's silent. I just can't talk. My forehead has a date with a concrete wall tomorrow. I hate you, stream. Not the time. I'll print them later. Sorry. I have the photos ready, I just didn't print them. I'll find a day. Maybe this week if the weather's nice. I know. True. He's my cameraman. I'm talking about Walner. I don't know what to say. I don't want to go, but I don't know what to say. Nothing, he uses my equipment. I taught him. pretty much my fault though, because I'm not saying anything. But like I said, I don't want to go. No matter what. I can't sleep. Dude, I cannot sleep. I'm not leaving this chat and this stream. Hopefully the chat doesn't act up. Some old viewer, really old viewer, longtime fan, I'd say. I guess you could call someone who cares. Yep. New account is Y. I really just don't want to be left alone. Not after today. Today still felt like nobody cared, so, you know. No offense to you guys. He types a little weird, but he talks normally. I'm still not leaving this chat until tomorrow. Even if you guys leave, it's okay. Good night. You don't need to stay, really. I'm just keeping this chat up just so I could talk somewhere, at least somewhere. It's fun, I understand. You need to worry about your life first, anyways. It's okay. Nah, I'm not getting up. I might sleep, but I'm definitely not, definitely not resting well, is the thing. Okay. I know this idea is gonna sound ridiculous, but I'm keeping this stream up until tomorrow. On the side of my bed. And okay. You guys are free to leave, but I'm just keeping the stream up because I prefer not to be completely solitated from solicited from speaking. Also, it is being charged right now. I just hope it doesn't completely shut off. GG11. Well, I'm not gonna be saying much anymore, so good night, guys. Thanks for helping, but God, I still need some cant. I am in bed. Love you too, no homo. It's good night to you too. Alright, that's all I'll be saying.